Hi everyone. Welcome to this first video of the Myofascial Release Series. Zoe's joining me today. And today we're going to be focused in the head area and the jaw. We hold a lot of tension sometimes in our head and jaw. So we'll see what we can do today to relieve some of that tightness and tension. So many of us might even feel tension in the jaw around the TMJ, the temporomandibular joint. So opening and closing your mouth, and notice how that feels around that joint. Is it tight, stiff, sore? Noticing that whole jawline there. How does that feel? And we're going to start with our fingers right there along the jaw on either side, maybe just your first 3 fingers. And with gentle pressure, we're just going to let our fingers slide up our cheeks very slowly. So take your time here. It might start to make your face look funny. I know my face is looking funny here a little bit. As you move the skin upward, gently the fingers are moving up. And you might feel your cheekbones and then your temples, keeping the fingers sliding all the way up into the hairline. Keep going a little bit more all the way towards the top of the head. This is a great release for tension in the jaw. If you have any TMJ issues, and if you tend to clench your teeth at night. So notice how that feels. And just again, a side view here. Fingers starting right there along the jaw with some pressure. You'll feel like you're moving the skin up, feeling some muscles under your fingers. Gently letting the fingers just sort of naturally slide up with some pressure. So you're going to feel muscles, and you'll feel going over the cheekbones, all the way up, feeling the temples, and then again into the hairline, going up almost to the top of the head, or even to the top of the head if you would like. And then release and pause. Notice sensation. Maybe open and close your jaw again. Notice if there's any difference, any little release. You might even take your fingertips and massage that joint right along the jawline, wherever there's tension, just gentle pressure. You might notice the front of the cheekbones, and with maybe your ring finger, just with a little pressure, sort of going over the sinuses, and then back towards the temples. Notice how this feels, just gentle pressure. And pause. So now we're going to bring our fingers right to our forehead. With some pressure, just gently press in and pull out, as if you're trying to separate your forehead. And then move your hands up a little bit. Same thing, press into the skull and pull out. Moving your hands up to the top and then back of the head. Moving the hands down, the back of the head, pressing in with a slight pulling out. You can do this getting your hands right up under the hair onto the scalp. It can feel really nice. And then taking the hands and massaging just below the skull, those little points. right below the base of the skull on either side of your cervical spine that sometimes can get pretty tender there. Massaging wherever it feels good to you, with the pressure that feels good to you. And then hands onto the upper back and shoulders, give a little squeeze, and then just slide the hands down. And notice how that feels. Maybe move your head a little side to side. See if there's been any release. And pause. Notice how this feels. It's great to do this jaw release daily. Maybe even in the evenings before bed, to help relax those jaw muscles before you get into bed to sleep. So now, taking your fingers again right at the jawline, and we'll do a little variation. Sliding your hands up the same way, opening the jaw slowly and closing it slowly. So as your fingers move up, open and close the jaw very slightly. Opening and closing the jaw gently as your fingers move up. And then you can just relax the jaw as the fingers get up towards the temples. And again, same way, moving the fingers up along the hairline there. Maybe even into the scalp a little bit. And then release. Pause and notice how that feels. So I hope you enjoyed that practice today. Remember to subscribe, drink plenty of water, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Thank you, everyone.